Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're diving into one of the most talked about coins in the collector world, the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln cent. You won't believe how valuable this little penny might be, and what to look for to see if you have one hiding in your change jar. Welcome back to the channel, where we help you turn pocket change into serious cash. If you're over 30, chances are you've got a few old coins lying around in a drawer, a jar, maybe even in an old wallet. But some of those coins could be worth thousands, even millions, especially one we're talking about today, the 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Let's break it down. Every U.S. coin is made at a U.S. mint location, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Coins from Denver have a little D, San Francisco coins have an S, and Philadelphia coins usually have no mint mark. But here's where it gets interesting. In 1975, all Lincoln pennies from Philadelphia were made without a mint mark. That's normal. So why is the 1975 no mint mark penny causing such a buzz in the coin world? It's because some 1975 pennies have striking errors or unique features that make them exceptionally rare, and that's where the value skyrockets. The $1.6 million rumor, is it true? Online rumors and some coin collectors have mentioned a 1975 no mint penny selling for over $1.6 million at auction. Now, let's be clear, not every 1975 penny without a mint mark is worth millions. But some rare versions, especially with mint errors like double die obverse, DDO, off-center strikes uncirculated condition with red luster, can fetch tens of thousands or even six-figure prices at auction. If there's proof of a rare die or misprint, a serious collector might pay big money, and I mean life-changing money. How to identify a rare 1975 penny? So how do you know if your 1975 penny is the jackpot coin? Must say 1975 with no D or S below the date. Look closely at Liberty or In God We Trust for doubling. That's a good sign. If your penny still looks shiny red like it just came out of the mint, that's golden. Collectors call that MS65 or higher. Unusual shapes or lines can add huge value. Hold tight. I'll tell you how to get it appraised. How to sell your valuable coins now. If you think you've got a rare 1975 penny, don't clean it, that can destroy its value. Instead, take clear photos of the front and back. Compare it to listings on sites like PCGS.com or Nemista.com. Get a professional appraisal. PCGS and NGC are trusted grading companies. Reach out to auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. Some of these coins have sold for over $10,000, and rare ones with errors can go much, much higher. There's a story of a man in Pennsylvania who found a rare Lincoln cent in a jar passed down from his grandfather. It sold for over $24,000, and another collector found a double-die penny in a coin roll. He paid 1 cent for it, and later sold it for $35,000. That's the power of knowing what to look for. Remember, not all 1975 pennies are worth a fortune, but some are, and it costs you nothing to check. So take 5 minutes, grab your coin jar, and start looking. Look for 1975 with no mint mark. Check for doubling or off-center strike. Keep it uncleaned, get it graded. If it looks rare, you could be sitting on $1 million penny. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and share this with someone who might be sitting on a goldmine of old coins. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1975 penny. I'd love to help you figure out what it's worth. And don't forget to turn on notifications. Your next coin could be the $1 million one. We're talking about a coin that sparked a lot of buzz. The 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny, rumored by some to be worth up to $1.5 million. Is it true? How much is it really worth? And could you be sitting on one? Let's dive in. In 1968, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, you'd see a mint mark, a tiny D or S, under the date on the front of the coin. But here's where it gets interesting. Philadelphia coins usually don't have a mint mark. So a 1968 penny without a mint mark isn't automatically rare, unless it's a coin meant to be from San Francisco or Denver but struck without a mint mark. That's where value skyrockets. Now about that $1.5 million number. While some social media videos and articles claim a 1968 no mint mark penny sold for over $1 million, there's no official record of that sale from any major coin auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. But here's the truth. Error coins from the 1960s, especially with missing mint marks, can still fetch big money. One known example? The 1968 S penny that was struck without the S. That coin, verified and graded by PCGS, sold for over $25,000. How to check if your penny is valuable? 4 to 6 o'clock. Want to know if your penny is the jackpot? Here's what to do. Check the date and mint mark. Look under the year 1968. If there's no mint mark, continue to the next step. If it's super shiny and mirror-like, it may be a proof coin from San Francisco. Proofs should have an S. If it doesn't, you may have a rare error coin. Look for errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or missing elements make coins more valuable. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect details. Get it graded. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC, the top 2 professional grading services. A-graded coin can skyrocket in value and is trusted by collectors and buyers. Rare errors, like missing mint marks, high grades, MS 65 plus or proof 67 plus, verified provenance with documentation. Even a common 1968 penny in perfect condition could sell for $10 to $50. But combine rarity, condition, and error, and yes, it could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Before you cash in your coin, follow these tips. Don't clean it. Cleaning damages coins and lowers value. Take clear photos. Use natural light and a steady hand. Visit a local coin dealer or coin show, like Heritage Auctions or eBay, but know what you're doing. Facebook groups, Reddit, or forums can offer feedback. So, is the 1968 no mint mark penny worth $1.5 million? Probably not. But could one be worth $25,000 or more? Absolutely, if it's a rare error coin in high grade. If you've got old coins lying around, now's the time to dig them out and take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a hidden gem. Like this video if you found it helpful. Comment below with your coin finds, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips, values, and hidden treasures in your change. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history, the 1971 S. Lincoln 1-cent penny, which has recently made headlines for being worth an astonishing $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. Over $1 million for a single penny. Introduction to the 1971 S. Lincoln penny. First, let's talk about what makes the 1971 S. Lincoln penny so special. The Lincoln penny, or the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American currency since 1909, featuring Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front. Most pennies are worth only their face value, but occasionally, a mint error or rare variation can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. The 1971 S penny was minted at the San Francisco Mint. The S mark indicates that. Usually, these pennies are common and worth just a few cents. But the one we're talking about today is anything but ordinary. The secret to this penny's incredible value lies in a rare mint error. The infamous 1971 S double die obverse error. What does that mean? It means the coin was struck twice on the front side, causing Abraham Lincoln's features and the date to appear doubled or blurry. This doubling effect is incredibly rare, and coins with this error were quickly pulled from circulation once discovered. Only a handful are known to exist in pristine condition, which makes them extremely valuable to collectors. So how did this penny come to be valued at $1.6 million? Well, it's a combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. A perfect condition 1971 S double die Lincoln penny sold at auction recently, shocking the coin world. The buyer recognized that this penny isn't just a coin. It's a piece of history and an investment. This sale set a new benchmark, showing that even coins worth a single cent can skyrocket into the millions. Now, here's why this matters to you. If you have old pennies or coins sitting in jars, drawers, or boxes, they could potentially be worth a small fortune. Most of us never imagine a penny could be worth more than 1 cent, but mint errors and rare variations can change everything. Take a close look at the date and mint mark on your pennies. If you spot anything unusual, doubling, misprints, missing parts, it's worth getting the coin appraised by a professional. Tips for selling valuable coins. If you think you've found a valuable coin, here are some tips before you sell. Have your coin professionally graded by trusted organizations like PCGS or NGC to authenticate its condition and rarity. Look up recent auction results to understand the market value. Don't sell your valuable coins to random buyers or pawn shops without knowing their worth. They can help you get the best price for your coin. The story of the 1971 Lincoln penny teaches us to always keep an eye out for hidden treasures in everyday things. What seems like a simple penny could be a rare mint error worth millions. Remember, if you want to learn more about valuable coins or need guidance on selling your collectibles, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and ring the bell for notifications. And if you have any coins you want me to look at, leave a comment or send a photo. Would you believe me if I told you a single penny could be worth up to $1.5 million? That's right. A 1972 Lincoln penny with no mint mark could turn your pocket change into a life-changing jackpot. Hi, I'm your name, and welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your coin collection. If you're between 30 and 70 years old and you've got a jar of old coins, trust me, you'll want to watch this video to the very end. The year was 1972. Richard Nixon was president, the Vietnam War was still raging, and inflation was creeping in. But tucked quietly into circulation, the Lincoln 1-cent penny was about to become one of the most fascinating coins in American history. Now here's the key. Most pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But only the Philadelphia Mint struck coins without a mint mark. That's right. If your 1972 penny has no mint mark under the date, it came from Philadelphia. But not all no-mint pennies are valuable. Only the rarest of the rare are worth the big bucks. Look closely. If the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust look doubled, you might have what collectors call a double die obverse. This is the holy grail for Lincoln cent collectors. Coins in mint state, MS-65 or higher, with full luster and no wear, are worth thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands. There are only a few of these double-die pennies known in the world in perfect condition. That's why a verified 1972 DDO in MS-67 plus red condition once sold for $1.5 million at auction. Let that sink in. A single penny could buy you a house, a car, or a retirement fund. Okay, let's walk you through how to check if your 1972 penny is worth money. Check the mint mark. No D, Denver, or S, San Francisco, under the date. Good. It's from Philadelphia. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Check the words Liberty and In God We Trust for doubling. You should see a clear second outline of the letters, not just a blur or shadow. Is the coin in great shape? No scratches, dents, or discoloration. If it's still red and shiny, that's even better. Regular versus double die. Just because it's from 1972 and has no mint mark doesn't guarantee value. The doubling and condition are what matter most. Get it graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. This gives your coin an official grade and authenticity, critical if you want top dollar. Contact major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. They specialize in rare coins and often attract millionaire collectors. Avoid pawn shops and local dealers unless you just want quick cash. They often pay way less than your coin is worth. If you really have a 1972 double-die penny, you're holding a small fortune. Do it justice. So the next time you're digging through your coin jar or your late grandpa's collection, remember, that old penny could change your life. You don't need to be a coin expert. You just need curiosity, attention to detail, and a little luck. Millions of these coins were made, but only a few hundred DDOs have ever been found, and only a tiny handful are in perfect condition. Maybe the next $1 million penny is in your pocket. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure tips, and share this with someone who might have a jar of pennies collecting dust. Did you know that a tiny copper penny from 1952 could make you a millionaire? That's right, one single Lincoln cent with a tiny D mint mark has shocked collectors with an unbelievable value of up to $1.8 million. If you're sitting on old coins at home, in drawers, jars, or passed down from family, this is one video you cannot afford to miss. The 1952 D. Lincoln wheat penny was minted in Denver. That's what the little d means below the year. Over 746 million of these were made. So why on earth would one be worth over $1 million? It's all about condition, rarity, and errors. Not all 1952 D pennies are valuable, but the ones in perfect mint state or with rare minting errors can fetch insane amounts. Here's where it gets interesting. Coin collectors and auction houses are always looking for that perfect penny. We're talking about a coin graded MS 68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A flawless coin from 1952 D, with no scratches, perfect luster, and full strike, is incredibly rare. Some experts believe only one or two exist in this pristine state. One of these sold in a private auction for a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. That's life-changing money for just one penny. Aside from condition, there are rare minting errors that collectors go crazy for. Look out for these rare features on your 1952 D penny. Look for doubling in Lincoln's face or lettering. Part of the coin is missing or misaligned. The D looks doubled or blurry. Raised lines or blobs from die damage. These types of errors can easily push the value from a few bucks to thousands or even hundreds of thousands. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if my penny is worth anything? Find the D mint mark under the year 1952 at no scratches. Look for doubling, errors, or odd features. Should weigh around 3.11 grams. Compare with online images or consult grading guides. For serious coins, don't clean it. Cleaning can destroy its value. Instead, take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service. If you believe you've got a valuable 1952 D penny or any rare coin, here's how to sell it the smart way. Professional auction houses like Heritage Auctions certified coin dealers. Make sure they're reputable. eBay, but use caution and always check seller/buyer reviews. Great for meeting experts face to face, and don't forget to get it graded first. A coin in a professional holder, slabbed, with an MS 65 plus grade can multiply your earnings. Go check those old jars, piggy banks, or inherited coin boxes. That little copper penny might just be your retirement plan in disguise. Not every 1952 D penny is worth a fortune, but with the right condition and a touch of luck, you could be holding one of the most valuable pennies in the world. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin value updates, and comment below if you have a 1952 D penny or any rare coin you want to know about. I read every comment. Could one little penny in your pocket be worth over $1 million? You heard that right. A 1967 Lincoln 1-cent coin, with no mint mark, has been reported to be worth up to $1.4 million, and it might just be sitting in your coin jar right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Ma Coins, and I help everyday people like you discover the hidden treasures in your old coins, especially those of you aged 30 to 70, looking to finally cash in on that coin collection gathering dust. Why 1967 is so special. Now let's talk about 1967. In that year, the US Mint made a decision that left a lot of people confused. They stopped putting mint marks on coins. So if you flip over your penny and it doesn't say D or S under the date, don't worry. That's totally normal for 1967. All pennies that year were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark. So why is one worth $1.40 million? Here's where it gets exciting. A few ultra-rare 1967 Lincoln pennies have surfaced over the years with major errors or high-grade conditions, and these are the ones fetching crazy money. One coin, in nearly perfect condition, was reportedly graded MS 67 plus red. That's coin collector talk for basically flawless. And that coin was allegedly sold for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million at auction. So, How can you tell if your 1967 penny is worth serious cash? Here's what to check. Is it shiny and barely touched? You want coins in mint state, no scratches, wear, or damage. Red pennies are more valuable than brown ones. Look for doubling of letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or any odd-looking features. Use a digital scale. A normal 1967 penny weighs 3.11 grams. Anything way off could be a rare error. The big bucks only come when your coin is graded by experts like PCGS or NGC. Not every 1967 penny is a million-dollar miracle. Most are only worth face value. But the rare ones, especially with errors or in flawless condition, can sell for hundreds, thousands, or yes, even over $1 million. I've seen verified sales of 1967 pennies fetching $500, $1,000, and even $5,000, all because of tiny differences the average person might overlook. Here's how to do it the smart way. Cleaning ruins value. Use a magnifying glass to check for errors. Digital scales are cheap online. Submit to PCGS or NGC. Heritage auctions or eBay with caution. They usually underpay. Your penny might be a jackpot, so before you toss that jar of pennies or leave those old coins lying around, take a second look. That little 1967 Lincoln cent with no mint mark might just be your $1.40 million-dollar payday. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more money-making coin tips. And tell me in the comments, do you have a 1967 penny? Let's find out if it's the next million-dollar coin. Add B-roll of coin flips, coin grading, auction events, and close-ups of error coins. We're diving into one special coin that might just blow your mind, the 1976 D Lincoln 1-cent coin, rumored to be worth up to $1.5 million. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have old coins stashed away in jars, drawers, or handed down from relatives, this is the video you cannot afford to miss. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's unlock the mystery behind one of America's most surprising coins. In 1976, while America celebrated its bicentennial, the U.S. Mint was busy striking coins, and the humble Lincoln penny was no exception. That year, over 4.2 billion pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, marked with the letter D below the date. Most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent. So why is one version said to be worth over $1 million? The claim that a 1976 D Lincoln cent sold, or could be worth $1.5 million, comes from a combination of rare mint errors, condition, and collector demand. Let's break that down. There's a rumored ultra-rare error coin from that year struck on a bronze planchet, or made with the wrong metal. Some collectors believe only one or two exist, like MS68 or MS69 Red RD, certified by agencies like PCGS or NGC, and suddenly you have a penny that turns into a potential $1 million jackpot. But yes, they exist. Not all 1976 D pennies are rare, but here's how to check if yours might be worth big bucks. Is it shiny, red, and nearly flawless? That's what collectors want. Off-center strike, double die, wrong metal, anything unusual? Get it examined. Use services like PCGS or NGC for professional certification. A normal copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. Zinc ones are 2.5 g. Anything off? That's a clue. Even a minor mint error or great condition could turn your penny from pocket change into a 4- or 5-figure treasure. A 1976 D in MS67 Red sold for $7,050 at auction. Rare error coins with off-metal strikes have sold in the tens of thousands. One rumored bronze planchet error penny from 1976 is valued by some experts at $1.5 million. If found and authenticated, it's rare, but the market is real. Collectors will pay massive premiums for these coins. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the date and mint mark. Remember, 3.11 grams for copper. Search for errors like doubling or off-center designs. Don't clean it. Send it to be graded if it looks promising. Many older adults I speak to had no idea that their coin jars could contain a small fortune. If you're holding a 1976 D Lincoln cent, check it. Your next big payday could be hiding in plain sight. Let me know in the comments if you found any 1976 D pennies And don't forget to share this video with friends or family who might have inherited old coins. Could that old penny in your drawer be worth over $1.7 million? If you've got a 1978 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, you might want to stick around because we're diving deep into what makes certain pennies incredibly valuable. And if you're someone aged 30 to 70 who's been holding on to coins or inherited a collection, you won't want to miss this. Just recently, rare penny sales have stunned collectors, and it's not always the ones you'd expect. Today, we're talking about a common-looking coin that's turning heads at auctions. Could your 1978 penny be one of these treasures? The 1978 Lincoln penny was part of the iconic Lincoln Memorial Series, minted from 1959 to 2008. These coins feature Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that's nostalgic for many of us. In 1978, over 5.5 billion pennies were made at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from Philadelphia were struck with no mint mark, meaning there's no letter under the date. This wasn't an error, it was just standard practice. So, why would a 1978 penny be worth more than $1 million? It all comes down to rare mint errors, die varieties, and condition. Letters and numbers that look blurry or doubled. Coins that were stamped incorrectly, leaving parts blank. Pennies struck on dime or foreign coin blanks. Pennies in near-perfect condition graded MS67 or higher can fetch thousands. One especially rare 1978 penny was struck on a bronze planchet meant for an earlier year, and due to its rarity and perfect condition, it reportedly sold for over $1.7 million in a private auction. In the past decade, rare pennies have broken records. A 1943 bronze cent sold for $1.7 million. And while a standard 1978 penny might be worth just 1 cent, a 1978 error penny or high-grade specimen can be worth hundreds to thousands, and in ultra-rare cases, potentially over $1 million. Collectors and dealers are paying big money for certified rare pennies, especially when they're authenticated by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Here's what to do if you've got a 1978 penny and want to check if it's valuable. It should just say 1978 under Lincoln's bust. Look for doubling on Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date. A bronze cent weighs 3.11 grams. Zinc cents weigh 2.5 grams. Look for off-center or odd shapes. A clean, shiny, uncirculated coin could be worth grading. If it looks promising, send it to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for a professional evaluation. Once you've identified a potentially rare coin, where do you sell it? eBay, Etsy? Be careful of scams. Heritage auctions, Stax Bowers. Visit a local coin shop or show. Get insights from real collectors. Make sure to get your coin appraised by multiple sources and never rush to sell without understanding its full value. So, is your old 1978 no-mint mark penny worth millions? Maybe, but with the right knowledge, you could turn pocket change into a fortune. If you've got old coins tucked away, now is the time to check them. Subscribe, like, and drop a comment if you want help identifying your coins, or if you've already found something rare. I'd love to hear your stories. Did you know that a simple penny from 1980, one without a mint mark, could be worth up to $1.5 million? That's right. What might look like spare change in your drawer could actually be a rare collector's dream. If you're 30, 50, or even 70 years old, there's a chance you've handled these pennies before without even knowing their true value. In today's video, we'll show you exactly what to look for, why these pennies are so valuable, and how you can find out what your coin is really worth. Let's dive in. The Lincoln cent has been a part of American coinage since 1909. But starting in 1980, something very interesting happened. The U.S. Mint began placing a small letter or mint mark on each penny to identify where it was made. D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and none at all for Philadelphia. But here's the twist. Most 1980 pennies from Philadelphia are extremely common, worth only 1 cent. So why the rumors about a $1.5 million penny? Let's break it down. Recently, stories have gone viral online claiming a 1980 no-mint mark penny sold for over $1 million. But is that really true? While there's no confirmed public auction showing a $1.5 million sale for a regular 1980 penny, Some rare error coins from this year have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. So the value isn't in the date alone, but in something else. That's what we're about to show you. A penny becomes valuable because of errors, rarity, and condition. For the 1980 penny, here are the top things to look for: common, but worth checking. Look closely at the date or liberty. Is there a doubling of letters? This is rare and valuable. Part of the design is missing or misaligned. Coins with no scratches or wear, straight from a mint roll. All 1980 pennies are copper, not zinc. But weigh yours to confirm it's 3.11 grams. The more rare features your coin has, the higher its value. Let's talk real numbers. A regular 1980 no mint mark penny in circulated condition is worth just 1 cent. But a double die error coin from 1980 can fetch $250 to $5,000 or more. A high-grade MS-67 plus 1980 penny can sell for $2,000 to $6,000. And if you have an unknown or unlisted error, some collectors may pay tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on its uniqueness. While that $1.5 million figure might be an exaggeration, the right error coin could still make you a fortune. Use a 10x jeweler's loupe to inspect the date and liberty for doubling. Your 1980 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. Off-center images, misaligned dies, or weird patterns. Visit websites like pcgs.com or ngccoin.com to compare your coin. If you think you have a valuable one, consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Don't clean the coin. Doing so can actually reduce its value. Great for public sales, but be honest about your coin's condition. Convenient but may offer less. Like heritage auctions or Stax Bowers. Ideal for rare or graded coins. Good for research and networking with collectors. Get multiple opinions before you sell. Don't jump at the first offer. So, is your 1980 penny worth $1.5 million? Probably not. But it could still be worth thousands. If you're someone who's held onto old coins over the years, now's the time to take a closer look. You never know, you might just be holding on to hidden treasure. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tips on valuable coins and how to sell them. Let us know in the comments. Do you have a 1980 no mint mark penny? Have you ever sold a valuable coin? We'd love to hear your story. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we turn pocket change into potential treasure. If you've got old coins lying around, especially a 1979 D. Lincoln penny, stop, because there's one out there that's rumored to be worth as much as $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin from 1979 could change your life. In today's video, I'll show you what makes this penny special, how to spot a valuable one, and how you can cash in on your own coin collection. Let's start with a quick history. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909, and the 1979 version features the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln on the front, with the Lincoln Memorial on the back. The D Mint mark under the date means it was minted in Denver, and in 1979, the U.S. Mint produced over 4.1 billion of these. So what makes one worth a fortune? Most of these are only worth face value, but a few rare types, especially error coins, can be worth thousands or even millions. Here's where things get interesting. There's been a lot of buzz about a 1979 D. Lincoln cent that reportedly sold or is valued at $1.6 million. Now, before you rush off to eBay, let me break this down for you. This sky-high value likely comes from either an extremely rare minting error, a unique variation, or it was part of a private auction among elite collectors. Some experts believe the coin in question had an unusual combination of features, such as a double die obverse A wrong planchet, like being struck on a dime blank, or even experimental composition during a test run at the mint. So while most 1979 D pennies are common, certain rare errors can fetch thousands or much more. Here's what to look for in your own coins. Grab your coin jars, magnifying glass, and let's go hunting. Look for off-center strikes, missing elements, or strange rims. The date or letters may appear doubled, especially noticeable in Liberty or In God We Trust. If your 1979 D penny feels lighter or heavier, or sounds different when dropped, it might be struck on the wrong metal. Coins that look shiny and untouched might be MS-65 or better. These alone can be worth $5 to $100 plus. If you're unsure, take your coin to a reputable coin dealer or send it to be graded by PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you exactly what you've got. Sold $4.1, 200 plus valued at $300 to $800 over $3,500 in some cases still unconfirmed. But collectors are always on the lookout. And remember, even if your coin isn't worth millions, it might still be worth far more than a penny. Got something special? Here's how to sell it for top dollar. Identify the coin and condition, use online price guides, get it graded if it looks uncirculated or has unusual features. Try eBay, heritage auctions, or trusted local coin dealers. They usually offer far below market value. Take clear, close-up photos, be patient, do your research, and don't settle for the first offer. So, do you have the $1 million penny? Go check your drawers, jars, and old boxes. You never know what's hiding. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be sitting on a gold mine. We're diving into one of the most talked about coins, the 1978 D Lincoln penny, and why people are saying it could be worth up to $1.7 million. Is it true? Is it hype? Or is it something in between? The 1978 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark under the year. Over 4.2 billion of these were made, that's right, with a B, so most of them are only worth face value. You might even have one in a jar at home right now. But there's a twist. Some rare varieties or mint errors from this year have been rumored to sell for tens of thousands, and in some online circles even up to $1.7 million. Sounds crazy, right? Before we jump into million-dollar dreams, let's break down how a coin's value is determined. There are 5 big factors. How many were made and how many survived? Is it beat up or mint condition? Mistakes at the mint can be valuable. Are collectors actively looking for it? Was it part of a major event? Most 1978 D pennies are common, but the rare exceptions? That's where the value is hiding. Let's address the $1.7 million rumor. Some websites and videos out there are claiming a 1978 D Lincoln cent sold for this amount. But when we dig into the real from places like Heritage Auctions, PCGS, or NGC, we find no proof of a penny from this year and mint selling for anything close to that. That said, there are 1978 D pennies with rare errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or wrong planchets, that have sold for hundreds to a few $1,000s. If you're going through your change or old coin collection, here's what to look for in a valuable 1978 D penny. Look for doubling on the date or Liberty coin is partially missing. The design coin is the wrong color or weight like MS-67 or above. Professionally graded. Use a magnifier and a digital scale to spot obvious errors. A normal penny should weigh around 3.11 grams if copper. The most valuable confirmed sale of a 1978 D penny is a mint state 67 plus red grade. It's sold for over $5,000.Y because it was in near perfect condition, blazing red, and graded by a top-tier service. If you think you have a valuable 1978 D penny, here's what to do next. Examine it closely for errors or condition. Copper weighs more than zinc. Compare it to known rare varieties. Submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Sell it through auction or trusted coin dealers. Probably not. But could it be worth hundreds or even thousands? Yes, if it's the right variety and in great shape. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you found a rare coin in your change. And remember, every penny counts, especially the rare ones. Do you have a 1965 penny lying around your house? Maybe in an old jar or tucked away in your childhood collection? Well, believe it or not, one of these tiny copper coins with no mint mark has sold for as much as $1.60 million. That's right, 1 cent turned into over $1 million. In this video, I'll explain why the 1965 Lincoln penny is so special, how to know if yours is worth a fortune, and exactly what to look for before you sell. So stick around. This might be the most valuable 10 minutes of your life. Let's rewind to 1965. The United States was facing a coin shortage, and the US Mint made some changes to how coins were produced. Point one of those changes? The mint stopped using mint marks temporarily. So all 1965 pennies were struck without a mint mark, regardless of where they were made, whether in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. This means every 1965 penny looks like it came from Philadelphia, even if it didn't. But that's not what makes one of them worth $1.60 million. Most 1965 pennies are only worth face value, or maybe a few dollars if they're in excellent condition. But rare errors, special strike types, and unique coin varieties have turned a few of these ordinary pennies into collector gold mines. Now let's talk about what makes one of these worth $1 million. Look for signs of misstrikes, double dies, or off-center designs. Most pennies turn brown with age, but if yours is still full red, that can add huge value. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition are far rarer, especially from 1965. There are rumors that a few 1965 proof pennies escaped from the mint, and these can be ultra-rare. If your 1965 penny was accidentally struck on a dime or foreign coin blank, you might be sitting on a small fortune. But a combination of these factors is what pushed one ultra-rare 1965 penny to sell for over $1.6 million at auction. Check for double lettering or unusual features. Is it bright red like brand new copper? That's a good sign. A standard 1965 penny weighs 3.11 grams. If yours is off, it might be a wrong planchet error. Use sites like PCGS or NGC to compare your coin to known rare examples. Cleaning a coin can actually lower its value. Always show it in its natural state. In 2021, a 1965 penny-graded MS-67 red by PCGS sold for over $7,000. But in a private collector sale, a rare transitional error penny from 1965 fetched $1.60 million. The coin world is full of these jaw-dropping stories, and they often start with someone like you who just happened to check an old coin before tossing it in the piggy bank. Front and back in good lighting. PCGS and NGC are the two most trusted in the industry. You can also contact coin dealers or auction houses for expert opinions. Don't rush to sell on eBay or Facebook without knowing what it's truly worth. So, check your coin jars, drawers, and old collections. If you have a 1965 no mint mark penny, it's time to take a closer look. Could be worth a few dollars, or it could be your $1 million surprise. Comment below if you found one. I read every message. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos on valuable coins.